Hi, I'm Merrick D'Amato.
I'm Rookie Ichiro.
And welcome back to Mindbreakers.
Remember the Alamo!
We got a sequel to a movie we watched a very, very long time ago.
Hell a long time ago.
I think pre-episode 100?
Yeah.
That long ago. And we... Way back, it's still out there, but for the love of God, don't watch it.
Somewhere.
No, it's still on my channel. It's not hidden. It's not privated. We let's played the video game for Halloween.
Somewhere deep.
We were terrible at it.
It was awful.
The sound quality is just objectively bad.
Horrible fuckus.
Just don't watch it. But From Dusk Till Dawn, there are more than one From Dusk Till Dawn movies.
I did not know that.
And now we're watching the second one from 1999 with a 4.2 out of 10 on IMDb.
Really?
From Dusk Till Dawn 2, Texas Blood Money.
That's how long it was. That's when it came out. 1999. Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
5 career criminals gather in Mexico to pull off a bank heist.
Hey.
They soon realize they're up against far more frightening creatures than the police pursuing them.
Cabron.
You want to hear the writers?
Who is it?
Scott Spiegel, who honestly sounds like a Cowboy Bebop character.
Straight up.
Boaz Yakin, and Dwayne Whitaker. Something doesn't bode well about these three writers.
Boaz Yakin
yes.
and Spike Spiegel?
Scott Spiegel.
Scott Spiegel.
But you know who none of these three men are?
Who?
Quentin Tarantino or Robert Rodriguez.
Straight up.
The director is also Scott Spiegel, who is also not Quentin Tarantino or
anybody of that side.
Rodriguez. There are some actors we know. Robert Patrick he's the star. Inexplicably, Danny Trejo is here, even though I distinctly remember he died in the last one.
He died. We saw him die and get killed.
But there is one actor who I am so excited that is in this movie.
Who?
The main man himself.
No way.
Who are you thinking I'm meaning?
Macho?
No, it's not Macho Man.
Oh, okay. Hogan?
It's, no, someone I would like to see. We watched one Hulk Hogan movie. That was enough.
Oh, God.
We watched his daughter stripping. It was weird.
Oh, God. Oh, God. I know.
It's a man we can only describe as groovy. The Bruce is in the movie.
God.
I love Bruce Campbell being in movies. He's fantastic. I think the only actor who would make me more excited is like Tim Curry or Kurt Russell.
I agree.
I'll put them all in the movie.
Oh, dude.
Let's go.
That'd be intense.
Actually, no, I've seen a movie with both Kurt Russell and Bruce Campbell.
Did it work?
It was Escape from L.A. It was one of my most hated movies of all time. No.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
but they're also both in Sky High. And I actually liked Sky High.
Sky High was awesome. I liked it.
If life were to ever become fair, I don't think it would happen in high school. The realest line from the film.
Yeah?
Anyway, From Dusk Till Dawn 2.
Remembering the Alamo.
Yeah, that's a line that the George Clooney character just yelled constantly in the From Dusk Till Dawn game.
Stuck in my brain forever.
That was like, what, 7 years ago?
Yes.
That was the first time I actually did proper Halloween content.
Yeah.
Like the year before that, it was a Let's Play of Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2. Never played the first one. And then after that, I started with like the Evil Dead and the Night Before Christmas and the Van Helsing and all that. Anyway, that's still done 2.
Yeah.
Why am I putting up hand signs? This is a fucking audio.
Seriously, Marek, you're losing it.
From Quentin Tarantino, from Robert Rodriguez, comes the long-awaited sequel to the movie the Chicago Tribune called Explosive.
Listen up, man. That Mexican bank deal's back on. We gotta move double fast.
The plan was simple.
Pack a bag, bring your 45, and be ready to roll at high noon.
But when 5 criminals headed south for the big score,
We're about to be millionaires.
somebody changed the rules.
Vampires, Ray Bob.
Get out of there!
Robert Patrick, Tiffany Amber Thiessen, Bo Hopkins.
What in God's name is going on up there?
In a story about the folks that pop up when the sun goes down.
I just dropped in for a quick bite.
They kill Bruce Campbell immediately, and he's not even actually a character in the movie. Zero out of 10 stars.
It's so dumbly odd. Why would they do that? Just why?
I don't know.
Like, you got some good named characters here. And the shit they did to them in this movie, they did them dirty. Like, way dirty.
Like,
even the fucking titty bar got done dirty too.
Yeah, the titty twister sucked in this.
It
seemed so dead. It seemed like you'd go to a personally, I've never been in a strip club. There's nothing there to appeal to me. But if you were to try to go to a strip club at like 4 p.m., kind of that level of energy they have going.
Yeah, no, that's what it is. It's closing time energy, you know, like you shouldn't be here, but you know what, we need the money, so stay as long as you want, but please get the fuck out of here as soon as possible after 2 beers, please. That kind of energy.
Like, we open with an oddly Christmassy looking title, because there's green, red, green from Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah, and also the Texas is green, and the blood is green, and the money is green, so Merrick's like, it's a Christmas movie, and I'm like, we're not that far from Christmas neither.
True. It was just last month.
Yeah, seriously. Holy shit. Fucking. Okay, so we start with Bruce Campbell talking to this very beautiful lawyer chick.
He's a lawyer. He's also a lawyer. They're talking about this case, and the elevator stops.
Yeah.
So he goes to stick his head up, and then he gets eaten by bats.
I even said this to Merrick. He's like, he's not gonna live that far. He's not going to live that far. He's like, no, he's not American. Like, he didn't say a word, too. He didn't say a single word.
Then he gets attacked by bats. And then he dies. Yeah. They find another dead guy up there.
And they both fell down.
And then the woman in there also gets attacked by bats. And then we find out this whole... And then the elevator goes to the ground floor because the bats chew through the steel cable.
Steel copper cable, mind you, ladies and gents.
And then the bats all fly out of the elevator like the blood in The Shining.
And then
it goes fuzzy, and it turns out the whole thing was a movie that the T-1000 was watching
with his girlfriend,
who's not a character, by the way.
Yep,
she's not in the movie.
She's just your everyday 30-year-old woman that works in a 50s diner. You know what I mean? So it's Sarah Connor in Terminator. Pretty much. Sarah Connor was having sex with the T-1000.
Well, it is suggested that she might kind of want to have sex with the T-800 in Terminator 2. At least she's like, that's the best possible father John could have.
I mean, seriously, but look, have you seen him? He's pretty awesome. He's pretty awesome dad figure right there, if you ask me. Anyways, aside from that, so T-1000 was, having a good time with his girl until the sheriff and the deputy until the sheriff and deputy showed in the TV because they were swinging it and they switched the channel by accident. Yeah. And the sheriff was talking about, how they're going to hunt down this crooked, evil, well, not evil at that time, actually, this crooked heister, bank heister that robs banks and hurts people. And this guy says, I'm going to drag that son of a bitch into the county prison, even if it kills me. And then, not 5 seconds later, he busts down the door of the T-1000. And he's telling him, so, how's it going, and how's your probation, and blah, 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 because, you are we caught you, and now you're in probation, and if anything slips up, it's the death penalty for you, I think. And the guy's like, I don't know what's going on, I haven't seen him in years, T-1000 said guy, and he's like, okay, I believe you, then he walks away. And then he gets a call from his mom. And then he's like, yeah, Mama, I'm okay. And then the sheriff and deputy just leave because he's useless. Yeah. And then the girlfriend says, but Cletus, your mom's dead.
Buck. His name is Buck.
Buck. But Buck, your mom was dead 10 years ago. And he's like, shh. And then it was actually the robber guy.
Luther,
the wanted. Luther was like telling
Weapons of Fate.
Yeah, Weapons of Fate. Luther's saying, okay,
you gotta curve the bullet.
Gotta curve the bullet.
Fuck the code.
Fuck off.
But so he's talking about a big heist. So we next get way too much of the movie devoted to getting the gang together.
Yes, that is true. This is for some reason they really, really stretched out the whole collecting the specific gang member, the members of the team. So Buck was told to look for the members. Mm-hmm. So Buck went and found a rodeo clown that's really good in jumping and very steady, and the way how he dodges shit is pretty good. So he recruits him on that.
Finds the crackhead from Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
Jesus.
A very young, what was his name again? Rodriguez something?
It was something Roman
Rodriguez, something like that. Oh my god. But anyway, it's the fucking crazy meth head from fucking Breaking Bad. The very young one, not that. So fucking young.
Raymond Cruz,
thank you. A young Raymond Cruz. But the funniest thing is, his acting has nothing changed at all. Nothing.
He has a pit bull called Jaws who is running on a treadmill.
That's fenced.
Only on 3 sides.
For some reason.
He can leave. He doesn't want to leave. He likes doing it.
Yeah, he's training hard. He's training for.
And then after this, he goes and dunks his head in some water. And this dog is the best. He's a good boy, and he deserves all the hugs.
Yeah, because he's actually a good dog because he's a training dog. So fucking Jesus.
There's also an idiot security guard who is asleep.
Oh, I think that was Buck's like I don't know, like Buck's like childhood friend.
Ray Bob.
Ray Bob?
That's a character name.
Yeah, Ray Bob. That's his name. Thank you. So yeah, so now he got the whole crew together, and they're like, okay, so we're gonna go meet up in this fucking Coyote Hotel.
Yeah, the El Coyote. Even though the L on the sign looks like a C.
Yeah. Huh?
But we get the fucking. This is such a dumb question. I don't speak Spanish, any Spanish, but hey, what's El Coyote mean?
The coyote.
The coyote, yeah. Dumbass.
The coyote. Oh, El Coyote means like the coyote, dude. That's it. Like,
so they're at the motel.
They're all chilling.
They're watching a porno movie and discussing it.
Yeah, okay, so...
They're discussing it like the movie believes it is Pulp Fiction.
Like, seriously, these guys are, like, trying to make it, like, as if a Pulp Fiction scene. You know how, like, something so stupid, so mundane, something that is just... It is what it is.
But, like, people talking about banal shit after committing a horrendous act of violence, but without the horrific act of violence, so it doesn't quite work.
So, like, you see fucking Jesus talking about how he's, like, philosophically...
I had a friend...
That's way later.
That's the best scene in the movie.
That's the best. That was the only good scene in the movie. So
we also keep getting weird shots from the angles of things you would not expect to be the angle.
Yes.
Also, we see the first of many cow skulls. This time one has a rattler snaking through it.
Yeah, a fucking rattler snake all over it. And mind you, the cleanest rattlesnake I've ever seen in my entire life in a desert. Mm-hmm. It's not dingy. It's not fucking dirty. It's not fucking groundy. It is shinier than a fucking diamond.
Yeah, and it really shouldn't be, because the point of the coloring on a snake like this is to blend into the fucking sand.
Exactly my point, and that annoyed me the fuck out for some reason in the whole movie. The entire movie I was thinking about that. That was bad.
It's like when you're watching a Rambo rip-off movie.
Oh.
And the guys going through the fucking jungle with the machine guns are like all shiny and oiled up and way too clean.
Too clean.
At least fucking in Rambo, he puts the shit on himself.
He's dirty and he actually looks and camouflages.
Same like Dutch does in Predator. He fucking camos up.
He camos up.
Muds up.
But that's the point of being a commando. You have to like blend in. But
this is like a Reb Brown in fucking Strike Commando or whatever.
Exactly. This is that. This is like fucking Rembrandt shit level, like fucking garbage. Not even Rembrandt. He does beautiful. But anyway.
So they're fucking around in the hotel.
Talking about
in the motel porno. We do get the story a bit later, but I want to get it now.
Yeah.
From Jesus, where his sister, well, his friends. He had a friend who his sister
did porn.
Was doing a porno movie, and so he went there with a shotgun. And he killed the porn director, who was played by the film's director, Scott Spiegel. And he killed the guy who was fucking her. And he killed the cameraman, and we see the screen shatter, which is a cool effect. And then he even shot the guy
that
brought the donuts.
I couldn't stop laughing.
It's the best scene in the movie.
I couldn't fucking. I was like, this is what we're dealing with, Merrick. This is what we're in for. We're in for a fucking ride. Like, holy shit! After that,
and we see it from the brother's perspective, so it's like it becomes hardcore Henry for
pretty much. Like, this whole movie was essentially like almost like an idea for hardcore Henry because
this whole movie is a bunch of better ideas for better movies coming together to create a not good movie.
A fucked up bonsai looking tree, to be honest, because holy shit, it's like it's a heist. It's a drama. It's a fucking porno halftime and a quarter way, and then it's a fucking like philosophical bullshit.
So Jesus goes and he's fucking a hot chick.
Yeah, because he met at the hotel because he got bored. So okay, but before that,
Luther goes to the titty toilet. Well, Luther is driving.
So before that, let me say, like, Luther drives towards them, but he hits a big fucking bat.
Yeah, and then he goes and kills the bat with a gun.
He pops it in the back. And we see that it's fucking dead, right?
And but his car's been fucked up because he's an idiot.
Yeah.
So he hits the bat. The bat's on his engine, so he shoots it and puts a hole in this fucking engine block.
Yep, which is even worse.
Because he's stupid.
Really fucking smart. But Luther is now like, well, fuck, now I gotta
go he walks. He finds the titty twister, which just, as we said, has the energy of a strip club at 4 p.m.
4 a.m.
No, 4 p.m.
Oh, wow.
4 a.m. is still near the end. 4 p.m. is like...
hours.
This is when the janitors are in.
No, you're right. No, you're right. No, 4 p.m. in the early mornings. Just nobody wants to be there. It's the B team. No, it's the C team. It's the C team shift.
Conceivably, you could see like a pub being open at this time. Because you go to a pub and have like lunch and shit. You can have dinner at a pub. But not at a place like this.
Not at a place like this.
And... He goes, he meets a mysteriously still alive Danny Trejo.
Yep, Danny Trejo.
But he's Razor Eddie, not Razor Charlie this time.
Yes, this time it's his brother. Not the actual that died in the first one.
But Razor Charlie will be back in the third one.
Apparently. But that's another story. So Luther was talking about how he was stranded and he hit a big fucking bat to
first he talks about who was stranded. And surprisingly chill, Razor Eddie's like, "Oh, I'll give you a ride back to your car, man." Well, first he orders tequila.
Yeah. And
he drinks the tequila, and there's a live worm.
Which is not supposed to be.
Like, the kind of worm this is, and the fact that it's alive, this is not the tequila worm. This is just fucking, like, this is a cockroach larva or something.
Yeah, exactly.
This is not supposed to be in the drink.
No, it's just pretty much shitty tequila for shitty people they gave it to. It's like, oh, you want tequila? Here you go, sure. But it's actually like...
As far as I know, like the worm in tequila is like an earthworm.
It's an earthworm and it's very small. And if you do eat it, you will get more fucked up than you already done drinking it.
Is it either you reserve the worm or like the person who finishes off the tequila has to eat the worm?
Has to eat the worm. All right. It's a brutal tradition.
Back when I used to drink, one party involved tequila. And the person was like, all right, you have to do this thing with the lime and this with the salt. And it's like, it's complicated.
Yeah, man.
That was a mistake.
That's how you take tequila, baby.
It was a mistake.
I know. Right? Well, for all you people, all you newbies with tequila, that's a mistake.
That is a mistake. It's complicated, but do the salt and do the lime.
It's water for me, honestly. I take it like that.
Fair enough.
But, so a wholesome Danny Trejo was like, I'll take you to the hotel.
So he's driving him. So, well, what happened? I'll drive. So, what happened? Oh, well, there's this big fucking bat hit my car, and so I shot it.
And then Danny Trejo kind of gives a bit shifty.
He gets angry, and then he drives as fast as he can.
Well, first he gets a bit shifty. I was like, oh yeah, what kind of bat did you hit? And he's like, it's a big fucking bat. He's like, oh, and then he gets a little angry because he's starting to figure out maybe something's not off. So he drives a little faster towards the car.
Is your fucking Jeep, man?
And then he's like, yeah, it's my fucking car. I don't know why we're here.
Danny Trejo gets out. He goes into the dark. He finds a guy who's been shot.
No. He first finds the puddle of the blood of the guy. And he's like, I don't see no fucking bat, bro. And he's like, I think I know what you did. And he's like, oh, you better stay the fuck here. And he starts screaming his buddy's name, Victor, or something like that. Victor! Victor! And then he
finds Victor.
Luther was looking around, panicky a bit, and then Victor fucked up to no recognition.
Which confuses me because I don't believe Luther has like holy water bullets in his fucking gun.
Straight up.
So you can just shoot vampires to death in this movie?
In this era or this timeline, bullets, especially copper made bullets, does the job, Merrick.
Bullets aren't made of copper.
Lead and copper.
Lead and brass.
Oh, sorry, brass.
Dude, copper's for like wiring and shit.
Right.
Copper superconductor. You do not want a superconductive bullet. Well, you might.
That sounds cool. Come on.
As I was saying it, superconductive bullets. Actually, that sounds pretty interesting.
That sounds cool.
Make a fucking lightning gun.
Exactly. That sounds really cool. Actually, I accidentally made a cool sounding gun. But aside from that,
yeah.
So fucking Trejo and Victor are fucking up Luther because of course.
Well, it's because Luther died. Victor dies in Trejo's arms.
True.
And
true.
He turns into Trejo goes into the vampire phase. The vampires. They still look fine, but they look like exactly like the vampires from the Lost Boys now. Well, they're monster versions.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Whereas I remember distinctly the vampires were a lot more snake-like in the first one.
Yeah, they were. In this one, they look very feline. Very like cattish with their nose and everything. But like I said before, I think they were trying to implement the bat face, but it looked more like a cat.
Yeah,
face
it didn't quite work.
No, it didn't. Really bad. So, fucking Trejo.
So chase him around to the bat. Eventually drains him
And eats him, and then Luther now.
Also, did you enjoy Danny Trejo and the Titty Twister? Because they are gone from the film now.
Remember the Titty Twister Trejo? They're done.
They're done. They're not coming back.
He's like, all right, let's go home, Victor. And then they went home, and
Victor's dead.
No, he drags the body of Victor. Like that kind of just like, okay, Victor, let's go home. And then he drags the dead body back into the.
Hey, you watching? And we'll see you in From Dusk Till Dawn. Why am I Mike Tyson? Okay, now I want Mike Tyson to be in one of these movies.
Oh, that'd be cool, actually.
See you, and From Dusk Till Dawn 3.
And then he walks away, dragging the body, and the credits starts. So
now, but here's the question: do we want to see Mike Tyson as a vampire, or Mike Tyson killing vampires, punching them in the fuck? I want to see Mike Tyson punch a vampire's heart out.
I want that, Mike Tyson. If you're hearing this, if you want to make more money, go make Dusk Till Dawn.
Mike Tyson, if you're hearing this, don't worry. We know the Jake Paul fight was staged. In a reasonable world, you would have killed that fucking
asshole. We know, man. But next time, if you can, legit sock him one.
If you do end up fighting Logan Paul, it's possible to hide Berettas and boxing gloves.
Yes.
Do us a favor and shoot that man.
Do it. But that's another story.
Give him the ear treatment.
Oh, please. That's what we all were there waiting for. We were all there for that treatment, but
anyway, we're at the hotel.
At the hotel
at El Coyote.
El Coyote.
So Jesus is
banging.
The camera moving here. The camera moves weird so often. I don't like it. Like we have this when in his introduction scene he's doing push-ups and the camera's going up and down, and I had to look away. I was getting sick.
And then there's like the freaking whole sex scene was even worse because it was like cut to her, cut to him, cut to her, cut to him, upside down, upside down.
Luther comes in.
No. It was first after they banged. She took a shower and enjoying a shower and a lot of boobs, and then a giant fruit bat. A giant fruit bat was like watching her shower, and then began picking at her and eating her and biting her, and then it's like a fucking scene from fucking Psycho. Essentially,
with a bat.
The funniest part for me is that the bat leaves and then she dies.
Yes.
It wasn't the bat stays as she dies and then leaves. No. It's like I'm done and then she dies. It's just so weirdly like flowed into her death, and then hours passed because she clogged the fucking drainage with her hair, and now it's like a legit a tub full of blood. Jesus wakes up. After fucking 3 hours. He just fucking puts on his shirt and he's like,
and then she eats him.
Not yet, actually.
Nope.
No, first there was Luther that walks. He
goes into the main hotel room with the other guys.
No, he goes into the room because he sees the blood on the floor, and then he's about to open it, and then Luther walks out. He's like, "Hey, I just wanted to grab a bite," and then fucking Jesus like, "What the fuck are you doing here? We've been waiting for your dumbass." And then he sees the tub behind him, and he's like, "Oh fuck!" And then he looks at fucking Luther, and then Luther goes all fucking vampire mode, and then fucking starts throwing his ass around like a motherfucker. And then fucking he lands on a Bible. he lands on the Holy Bible.
Yep.
And then Luther is like, no, the Holy Bible, my one true weakness. And then he crawls away. Then fucking Jesus runs into the bathroom. And then the tub behind them, of course, generic being bitten by a vampire, you turn to a vampire.
Yep.
Chick turns into a vampire, tries to bite him.
Mm-hmm.
And proceeds to somehow knock away the Bible. And Luther punches through the door. Just a lot of shit's going on, man. But then finally, I think Jesus figured out the whole stick and cross thing. And then he proceeds to jump out the window.
Yep. Somehow gets turned between...
Somehow...
Because next time we see him, he's a vampire.
No. Somehow, Luther, in the seconds of him being struck, he fucking somehow ran around the whole fucking hotel and then grabbed fucking Jesus and bit him.
We don't get to see any of this.
It happens very fast, too fast.
So Luther shows up to the main hotel room. He's like, "Hey, we're gonna rob the bank tonight. We're gonna follow my plan exactly." It's like, "Why are we doing it tonight?" He's like,
I don't want to hear no complaints.
Trust me, or you get fucking nothing. He's like, all right, I want money.
Yeah, so, fucking Buck is like, okay, I guess, and Buck's fucking best friend's like, I want money, and then the cowboy's like, I want money.
And then Jesus shows up. Sorry, it's weird saying Jesus.
Right.
It's Jesus. His name is Jesus. I mean, they call him Jesus, but I thought that was just them, like, pulling his, yanking his dick or something. No, it's legit
Jesus. Because of Jesus.
No, fair. So are we going to say Jesus or Jesus?
I mean, I'm going to call him Jesus.
I'm going to call him Jesus as well. Because it makes me wish I was watching Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter instead.
That does sound cool. Right?
It is a great movie. It's Canadian and it's a musical.
Of course.
So Jesus comes back in, and we're supposed to think he's acting weird, but he's acting just like he has the entire movie.
No, like, he's, okay, so in the beginning of the movie, you see Jesus, he's like a fucking bouncy guard dog, you know, like, he's up and down, you know, like, but now, all of a sudden, he's like, vampire calm, he's like, yes, she sucked me dry, you know, like, that kind of stuff. That kind of shit, but it's like, it kind of plays to his character a little bit, because he is kind of like a crazy guy that was raised like a bulldog in a way.
Yeah.
But now somehow the bulldog has been tamed.
So they go to the bank.
Yep.
And they're doing all their respective things.
And that's when Merrick said, these guys, I hope these guys are not gonna fucking, you know, just rob a bank and then go back to the titty bar and that's it, you know, like.
And this also brought up an idea, like, you know, if the whole crew were vampires for this, that would be interesting.
It would be
a bunch of vampires do a bank heist. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty awesome. Because now you're understanding how the vampires became rich or became their status quo, you know what I mean?
Like, so they're all doing their things. Jesus, Buck, and Billy Bob are on guard duty.
Yep.
The rodeo clown and Luther are actually breaking the vault.
Mm-hmm. And then fucking rodeo clown realizes that Luther's getting very eerily close, and he told him to fuck off.
We gotta do this before sunrise.
Yeah.
But he uncovers the valve wheel, which is just like. It's a fucking wheel for a vault. It's a circle with like two crossed bars inside, like you'd hold and you'd pull. This freaks out Luther, and he goes vampire and attacks the guy because apparently accidental random crossed things in nature is architecture are just gonna fuck these vampires over. They are
legit.
Like I thought at least it had to be intentional, or it has to have will behind it,
or some sort of like under like a belief to it, you know.
How did they walk around in the desert around the fucking electrical poles that are fucking shaped like crosses? How does that not fuck them up?
How does fucking legit? Oh my god! One scene that pissed me off the most. Fucking legit. an ambulance cross.
Yeah.
The red cross was enough to fucking stagger a vampire.
Which also means that it not just cross things, but the image of the cross. So if, like, your average gangster walks into the fucking titty twister with like the big cross necklace or a cross ring, that'll freak them the fuck out.
Like, forget about it. If it's fucking encrusted in diamond, it's gonna fucking emit enough sun to fucking kill everybody in that fucking house.
It's fucking...
That's so stupid. Oh, God. It gets worse, though.
So now they're both vampires. They're doing their thing. And then they also take Billy Bob. They turn Billy Bob.
No, first they're like... First, Buck is starting to, fucking being a detective and shit.
And Buck, he notices that...
Jesus...
That Jesus has no reflection in the computer model?
Here's the thing, okay? So here's the thing. So it takes Buck a little bit to realize things is not really going fucking right. So first things first, he goes out and tries to talk to fucking everybody, but everyone ignores him, thinking he's a fucking idiot psycho. And they're all playing along to fucking Luther. So then he goes to Luther, and he talks to Luther, and then he goes to fucking the rodeo clown. And then the rodeo clown's like, fuck off.
Luther's like, hey, if you want out, you can leave, but you're not getting your fucking cut.
He's like, you can leave anytime you want. I don't care. You can leave. And fucking...
But you get nothing.
But you get nothing. And Buck's like legit... He has the face of, I'm considering that idea. Because this is getting fucking out of hand. And like fucking the rodeo clown's like, fuck off. We're going to get so much money. And then he realizes the 2 bite marks on his neck. And then Buck's like, yeah, okay. You know what? I'm fucking off.
Screw you guys. I'm going home. Screw you guys. Home.
So he tries to take Billy Bob with him, which Billy Bob has not been touched at all yet.
Billy Bob's like, I want my money, man.
I want my money though, and he's like, Billy Bob, I think where you're at is better than right now. And then they're trying to leave.
So they leave,
and Jesus stops them. Jesus like, no.
Okay, it's funny because they go to leave the bank robbery, and then Jesus Christ comes down and says, "No, my son, you must rob.
You must finish the job. You must finish the job, my son.
No pussy shall enter the kingdom of heaven."
Fucking shit. So then they actually succeeded to escape Jesus.
But the cops are now...
But the cops are everywhere.
Blocking 2 cop cars, blocking both ways to leave.
Yeah, they completely were fucked, and they ran back, and they completely said, okay, you know what? We have to stay here with Jesus now.
And they see and then we see Jesus' reflection in the
computer
monitor, or lack of reflection.
Yeah, and then that's when he's like, oh, shit. And then he doesn't see Billy Bob in the room, and then he starts to panic even more. So he goes into the room where they're all fucking, putting the money into the bag.
Puts money in bags.
And then now he pulls out his fucking Glock and he's like, you guys are all fucked in the head and I don't know what's going on, but I want out and I'm taking Billy Bob with me. I don't give a shit.
But now Billy Bob's a vampire.
And then Billy Bob's a vampire, does a jump scare. And then Buck's like, fuck!
So he gets, he does puts the 2 sticks together, makes a cross.
Yeah, he breaks a mop. He breaks a mop and he makes a cross. Yes, I forgot about that. And then the cops
and he gets promptly arrested.
Oh yeah, because...
And then the cops go in and they get fucking murdered. They get massacred.
They get destroyed because these idiots actually think that smoke grenades or tear gas was going to stop a bunch of vampires. And they
don't know it's vampires.
That's true, I forgot about that.
And he's like, and fucking Buck's trying to tell them, but hey, imagine you're a cop. Right? Imagine you're a cop.
Mexican cop, no less.
Mexican cop. And then, like, you have just arrested me from finding me fleeing a bank robbery. And I tell you, with the guys robbing the bank, they're fucking vampires, man.
They're monsters.
How would you react to me? What you'd probably do is, like,
crazy
crack me in the back of the skull with a nightstick and say, shut the fuck up, pendejo.
Yep. More or less, yes. More or less, yes. More or less, yes. I mean, yeah. No, there's no fucking question.
Unfortunately, the sun's coming up.
Yeah. So the vampires in the bank are feasting, and then the sun comes up.
Yeah, they get a little carried away, and the sun comes up.
Yeah, and then me and Merrick's like, oh man, are they really gonna go out like that?
And then we saw there was like more. I was hoping they would go out like that, so we'd go back to the titty twister and like to have Danny Trejo again.
Yes.
But then it's the eclipse arc.
Somehow they got so fucking lucky.
But the eclipse happens, so Luther raises his billet. And sacrifices all the cops to the God Hand.
Okay, those are two totally different fucking, stories are mixed into one. What the fuck? God Hand and Berserk.
No, the group of the 4 demon things are called the God Hand.
Oh god, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I wasn't...
I'm getting more and more fucked up because of this.
It's fine, they're called the God Hand. I wasn't combining it with God Hand.
Oh my god.
Don't worry.
So again, they continue on with their massacre. They kill everybody. The fucking...
And then Buck's like, I got a plan. So they apparently they've all sharpened their nightsticks into stakes.
Somehow these guys...
And they're holding them in front of their shotguns like crosses.
Oh, that's so funny. Merrick made a good point. How the fuck do you sharpen that?
Let me look it up.
It's like, how do you sharpen a nightstick? Especially, where do you sharpen a nightstick? How? Do you just keep scratching it on the floor since it has friction or something? That's how it fucking feels like. So you see them fighting with the 4 remaining vampires. The deputy, the sheriff, and the fucking Buck. They're all going at it, very generically too, fucking tussling and rushing. Not before also, I forgot also. Rodeo vampire bit a female officer.
Police batons.
Oh.
No matter what, safety batons are made out of rubber, wood, metal, or polycarbonates.
Oh.
I don't think... conceivably 1999 Mexican police ones might be made of wood, but it's unlikely.
Maybe wood.
It's very unlikely.
Or maybe poly. Poly was starting to come around from that time, no?
Maybe, I don't know.
But anyways.
Well, I'm sure, Mexico City, or, some actual place, but this is a small, who gives a shit town.
Yeah, no. This is
I doubt they'd still have, the sticks from the 50s, probably.
Nah, that's gotta be wooden. Or some just fucking clubs they found on the floor and they shape it to a nightstick. So, yeah.
You got Officer Sanchez down there. He just has a baseball bat.
Pretty much.
You want to be careful of Officer fucking Sanchez.
Oh, hell yeah. You don't fuck with Sanchez.
Hey, on a bad night, he has the bat with the nails in it. You don't want to fuck with Sanchez.
Not a good day, man. Not a good night at all. Fuck that. So, the deputy is fighting with 2 vampires at once.
At one point, a cop is thrown off the roof. And he lands on the power lines and gets fried by electricity.
Oh, yeah.
Which, no. And he didn't break the wires. He got bounced off them.
Bounced off and landed on top of a car.
Thrown by the electricity as well.
That's
I don't know about Mexico. Maybe they don't cover their fucking power cables in rubber.
Listen, I don't either.
No, I'm not saying that I recommend going up and touching an electrical cable.
No,
please don't do that. But if you're out and you're walking around and you're outside at any point, which I recommend, it's great to go outside sometimes.
Yes, touch some grass.
You will see birds just hanging out.
At the fence, right? Not the fence, at the wiring.
Just hanging out in the wires, and they're fine.
But apparently, a cop heavy enough to fuck up the wire, he gets shot.
But he didn't even fuck. If he had fucked up the wire, that would be different.
But he didn't.
But he just boinged off them.
Boing.
It's fucking dumb.
It's a cartoon, man. This movie really was trying to be everything. But this was the 90s, so...
Well, but that's not an excuse. The first one was also the 90s.
No, because this was
99.
99. It was kind of wacky,
but weird. They do eventually using the sharpened police batons, they kill all the vampires. Then they die really gooey. It's cool.
It's good.
Luther gets in the car, and he gets gotten from behind with a stick, and it's great.
Yeah! He got fucking clipped in the back. And I was thinking Luther was going to live until the end, but actually no.
The last one taken out was Billy Bob.
Billy Bob was the last guy. And mind you, this is how Billy Bob Vampire got taken out. So he was 5-10 steps
I'm going to let Ruka take this one because this pissed Ruka off. Ruka yelled, Ruka yelled fuck off at the movie. Fuck off, no.
So Billy Bob was beating the ever-living man shit out of Buck, telling him about his past and how lame he is and how all that bullshit. And he threw Buck into like some sort of like antique store where there's Mother Mary and all the fucking the apostles and everything. And
well, I mean, this is in Mexico. That might just be your local drugstore that just has Jesus shit in the window.
You're right. That's true. You're right. That's very true. Actually, everybody down there is a Christian.
Like the owner might not even be. He put all the stuff away. There's fucking mama came down and said, "Well, you put away the."
And then she puts it back.
Are you for the devil now?
And then she puts it back like how it was before, and the guy's like, "Okay, you know what? Fuck, I'm keeping it there." So,
I have failed at raising my son. He is the worship of the devil.
Cabrón, este mierdero, idiota, es un diablo.
Okay, mamá, put it back.
Okay, mam, mira, ahí está, ya. Déjame monar, ya.
Oh, I have failed. Where have I gone wrong?
Ay, mi fe. So, okay, now let's get back. Now, here's my favorite part. So, as Buck was, trying to pick himself up, he fucking hit a pair of sunglasses.
He finds a pair of mirrored aviators.
Mirrored aviators that belonged to the sheriff from the beginning because he actually pocketed those without the sheriff even noticing.
Yes.
So, with the smallest, mind you, corner exposed of the eclipse, where the shines like of the corner out of the eclipse, you see Buck booking it, and he wasn't burning at all. And he was so close on getting into the car and safe in the shadows in the car. But he bursts into fucking flames. Now, me and Merrick thought it was too late. The eclipse fully arose and the fucking
sun I thought it was just, the sun got him. Fair enough.
Yeah, but no, actually. Fucking Buck, from a distance, used the small quarter reflection of the eclipsed sun to get Billy Bob at the back with the reflection of the fucking sun.
These are somehow the most vulnerable, easy to kill vampires in the world. Also, the vampires are stupid because the eclipse being there, you do not use that to go like, yeah, let's fucking slaughter them. You use that like, let's get the hell out of here.
Move now.
We will take this opportunity because eclipses last around 4 fucking minutes.
Yeah.
Also, it's worth mentioning that it is established that the night before was a full moon.
Yes.
It is scientifically impossible.
Yes.
That there could be an eclipse.
The moment it was day rise, it was eclipse. I was like, this is stupid. But Billy Bob got fucking torched by the reflection of fucking glasses.
You know what would have made the eclipse make sense? If there was an elder vampire involved. Not necessarily Christopher Walken or Danny DeVito like we joked about, but like some elder vampire who like had a hand in planning this and used a fucking spell. That would work. That would be fun. That would
actually kind of link that would actually start like a small link of a plot into fucking Dusk Till Dawn. Where legit maybe the owner of the fucking titty twister actually is some sort of mage or some sort of warlock.
Like Nicolas Cage vampire.
Exactly.
Fucking Nicolas Cage in the Dark from Dusk Till Dawn movies. Please, something.
No, God, no. God, Merrick, you're asking for evil.
Well, he was good in Renfield.
Actually, yeah,
he was good in the first Five Nights at Freddy's movie. He beat up a fucking flamingo with a mop.
That was awesome.
And spoke not a single line of dialogue.
And also Mandy, too.
I heard good things about Mandy.
Mandy was
this is the thing. People think I hate Nicolas Cage. I don't. I just hate the Ghost Rider movie.
That's Merrick's Bane right there, but his guilty pleasure at the same time.
Well, the first one I can get guilty pleasure out of. Except when you watch it, you realize, hey, it's been an hour and Ghost Rider hasn't shown up yet.
Yes.
Fuck this movie.
Yep.
But, maybe one day. I don't want to, but
one day. So, finally, they killed off the vampires.
All the vampires
are dead. The sheriff and Buck, talk it out. They're like, well, technically, I should be arresting you and giving you the death penalty since you kind of went against my rules. But since you saved my ass from vampires, I'm willing to look away from all this money being stolen and you helping these guys out. So you know what? You get the fuck out, and I'll explain everything. That this was just some sort of horrible gang cartel accident, and you get out of here with the money.
And for some reason, those are from Dusk Till Dawn 3.
Yes.
I don't understand how or why.
How?
Like, you know what made this especially disappointing? A few episodes ago, not that many episodes ago, Matt and I watched Scanners 2.
Oh, shit, yeah.
And it was surprisingly really fucking good. So, but this one being this bleh.
Yeah.
Third one is called The Hangman's Daughter.
Please don't tell me it's where I think it's taking place in.
It's sick. It rates 0.6 higher than this one, at least.
But is it taking place in the old Western times? Because if it is, I'm going to shoot somebody.
Yeah, 100 years ago.
Alright, guys. I'm walking out.
It's the origin movie for Salma Hayek. But we're not watching that today at all. Down the line, I've been Merrick D'Amato.
I'm Rookie Jiro.
Come close to the mic and say that.
I'm so pissed. I'm so pissed that I freaking called the freaking genericness on the trope. Yeah, I'm Rookie Jiro.
And thanks for watching. Well, don't be too worried. Because Tremors 4 was also set in the Old West, and it's one of the best Tremors movies. Think about that. It could be good.
Okay, you have a point. That was a good movie.
But hey, unfortunately, you do get the From Dusk Till Dawn movies.
Okay. Let's do it then. Next time.
Once more into the breach, dear friends. Well, we're not watching it next time.
No, but that's what I mean. But you know what I mean.
Yeah. But see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys.
Chows.
At least it was better than Demon Cop.
Oh, hell yeah. Way better. Watch that. Watch this instead of Demon Cop. That's for fucking sure.